Hey everyone, it's Josie, and today I'm going to talk about what my treatment is for POTS. So POTS stands for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. It's a form of dysautonomia. There's several forms of dysautonomia. POTS is one of them, and it affects your autonomic nervous system. Your autonomic nervous system is responsible for a lot of stuff. You know, blood pressure, body temperature, heart rate. Just so I'm not doing a whole speech about what POTS is, how to get diagnosed, some symptoms and signs, I'm going to put it in the description below. You will see a Dysautonomia International link. It's going to be that one. I wanted to talk about the treatment end of POTS because if we look on the website for Dysautonomia International, the most common treatment for POTS includes fluid intake to 2 to 3 liters per day, increasing salt consumption to 3,000 milligrams to 10,000 milligrams per day, wearing compression stockings, raising the head of the bed to conserve blood volume, recline exercises, healthy diet, avoiding some substances and situations that worsen orthostatic symptoms. There's even the choice of medications that people can have. It's like this is the one where if you go to a cardiologist and you get diagnosed, the first thing that's going to come out of their mouth is salt. All of the salt. Put salt on everything. So when I was 19, I was diagnosed with POTS after having a severe inner ear infection, and this inner ear infection did damage. Pretty much all my symptoms from there started. I was passing out. Every time I went from sitting to standing, sometimes I would fall back down. I would get like blackish like spots, and I would eat something and then I would immediately have to lay down and I would fall asleep because my body was taking so much energy for digestion. My body temperature regulation was so off. I pretty much stopped sweating. Whenever I got diagnosed, I never did a tilt table test. I did the poor man's tilt table test. The only thing that really affected me was my heart rate would jump. I also had low blood volume. And the first thing, of course, that was spoken to me was salt. For the past several months after that, I was really struggling with it because it actually made all my symptoms worse. Everything got 10 times worse. It was just like, what is going on? Why is this doing this? I switched the salt that I was using, a Himalayan salt. Even then, I was still like, I don't understand, how is this supposed to make you feel better? So what I did instead, because I didn't see a new cardiologist for years because I was terrified that the findings that I found with my body would not make sense. And that is, I switched from a high sodium to high potassium, low sodium. And in everyone's head who has POTS right now, yes, this doesn't make sense. So I was doing this high potassium, low sodium, but it worked. I'm not saying that high potassium reversed all my symptoms because it didn't. For anyone that has POTS, you know how like salt calms down your symptoms, right? How it like calms it down. Imagine that, but with potassium. That's me. I did find 2 supplements that if I took them both during the day, I was able to finally get my body to sweat again. It was really cool. Last year, I finally was able to sweat for the first time in years, which was great. This complete opposite treatment, and I wanted to show you guys what I use because in other videos, I have kind of brought up other things like Power Pack, Noon, coconut water is an amazing one. You know, if you like bananas and sweet potatoes, mangoes are really high in potassium. But I use this now. So this is called Keto K1000. I'm not on the keto diet. This is the only one that I could really find as of right now. The potassium is 1,000 milligrams and the sodium is only 10. There's also calcium, magnesium, chloride, trace mineral complex. The only problem I have with this is it has stevia, or stevia, however you say it, in it, and I hate stevia. So this is like something that I chug down once or twice a day. It's like my body doesn't hold on to potassium, but it holds onto salt like it is nobody's business. Other fruits throughout the day, but then I know that I'm getting a large amount of it. And there's times that I still like crave salt, and whenever I have that craving for salt, Himalayan salt, all the way. This has not reversed anything, like I said. This just helps ease the symptoms, but it's the complete opposite treatment that one would do. My recent cardiologist that I got, he was my cardiologist. I explained everything to him. He went to their department's neurocardiologist, explained my case, and they straight up told me that there's probably a different form of POTS that has yet to really be looked into. Please continue to do what you're doing since it's helping. You still have it, but if it's working that well for you, then do it. We don't want you to change anything. We don't want you to add more salt. Do what you're doing and just keep going. And I love the fact that that is how we're seeing this. And the other thing that I do for my POTS is I have a abdominal binder. What started happening is I would sometimes feel like my heart was just pounding really, really hard and slow. And I just didn't know why. It was freaking me out because why wouldn't it? Instead of blood pooling in my legs, it's pulling in my abdomen. So what's happening is it's pulling up here and it's putting a lot of pressure on my heart. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you have POTS and what treatment works for you. I've only recently been seeing people talking about abdominal compressions, and I don't know what you would have gotten out of this video, but thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to make a bit of a update on my POTS. Anywho, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. Have a good week. Bye.